Hey guys, so today is my day off and I'm quite making a bunch of videos for you guys. Though I do not get time to make videos regularly, so I have time right now. So let's make a bunch of videos and keep updating every week. So this video would be all about how to get a very decent or a very nice package in a BPO industry. So up to the as compared to the market standards, I would classify BPO industry into two types: domestic and international. I am employed in international processes. I have experience in international processes. I have zero experience in domestic. So, as a fresher, to be very honest with you, as a fresher, you can start your career working in BPO industries from the age of 18. And the minimum educational qualification that you need is 10 plus 2 or 12th. After you have successfully completed your 12th, you can appear for interviews, you can give more interviews, you can start your career. There are companies that hire under almost all the BPO companies, they hire undergraduates. So TCS is a tech company, but it also has its BPO wing. Wipro, it is a tech company, it also has its BPO wing. Any tech company, you can take example of any tech company, they have their own BPO wing. Now they do not call it BPO, they call it BPS for some reason. It's a fancy word for them. So either ways, पापा मम्मी के लिए तो वो कॉल सेंटर ही है. आपके पापा मम्मी हो, मेरे पापा मम्मी हो, या सामने की पनवाड़ी हो, फॉर एवरीवन इट्स BPO. That's the thumb rule. Now basically, you what we as a general, the mistakes that I made. So I did not choose a career in BPO because there are different verticals in a BPO. So you have healthcare, you have banking, you have retail, you have e-commerce, you have tech. So tech, not those tech support where people say they are calling from Microsoft and they have got virus. People have got virus in their computers and they are responsible for cleaning it by charging them as astonishing amount like $1,000 or $2,000. Those are scams. So you should be clever enough to differentiate between scams and original call centers or original genuine call centers. Basically, any big brand, any get hold of any big brand, they are never scams. The scams are those tiny call centers who work from a 3 bhk or a tiny space in some gully or something. So even if you take example of Kolkata, there are scam call centers running in Salt Lake Sector 5. But if you get employed in TCS or Wipro or Infi, they are like big companies. They will never do this kind of scams. They are really really nice. They are professionals. They have been into industry for so many years. So back to the topic again, industry. So you need to select what you are good at. Are you good in selling? Get into sales. Are you good at arguing or fighting over the calls? Get into collections. If you are good into technical things, get into technical support. If you are good at explaining things, you can either get into sales or you can get into healthcare. So there are a lot of verticals. So I personally have worked for a big UK telecom service provider. It's one of the major players in the UK. I have worked as a technical support over there. Not exactly in UK, but I was one of their offshore third party employee. I was employed in one of the top MNCs, working as a technical support for this UK based telecom. I have also worked for one of the major telecoms as a technical support. This telecom company is based in US, and again then I have worked for another company which is based in Canada, again a major telecom company. So all these three companies were technical support job profile roles. My salary started at a range of 1,20,000 per month, sorry, per year, and that gradually increased to 3,60,000 per year. And again, so this were the jobs that I got were through consultants. I did not pay a dime to these consultants. Neither I went to their office, neither I saw them, neither I there were no contacts except from phone calls. They got my profile from Naukri. They contacted me. I said yes. They arranged for the interview. I went for the interview. There were a bunch of other people for the interview. people did get selected. So normally, if you have a decent English, or average English, or at least below average English, not way too below, but just an English like me, or bit more or bit less, or excellent English, you would definitely get selected. There's no harm in trying that out. So why I classified this BPO industries into verticals? So the vertical that you choose gets you more money. More money lies in healthcare, like insurance processes and collections. So if you get into Amex, American Express, or HSBC or Barclays as a collection executive, I have my friends working over there. Not friends, basically they were work buddies. They were colleagues from previous organizations. So we are still in touch, and we parted ways when they got their opportunity. So at some point of time, you would need to change. You need to select your verticals, your niche. So there are colleagues who are working for collections. The basic salary is around 25 to 30K, but in incentives they get around anywhere between 20 to 70K per month. So the salary, so the monthly income for them, by spending 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, that is, there are no, the job is not open for Saturdays and Sundays. You can only work from Monday to Fridays, international processes for collection, which is banking. So for those, the monthly income lies anywhere between 50,000 to a lakh per month. So incentives are not included in CTC. CTC is something that is basic, like 25 or 35K, whatever the job is for. That's basic banking. Now banking, that's collections. That's outbound, calling customers and asking them to pay up their debts. Second type of banking is normal customer service for banking. Again, Amex, HSBC, Barclays, Citi. These are one of the international banks that are hiring. You can join them as undergraduates. Barclays and Citi, they do not hire undergraduates. PayPal, they do hire undergraduates. So you can get selected over there, and the salary would be anything between 35K to 70K. Normal customer service. Okay, anyway between 4,50,000 to, it goes up to like 8 lakhs per annum for customer service executives. Those are they are not always 24/7, but you do enjoy holidays, the banking holidays, whatever US, UK, Canada, Australia has. You do get that. You wouldn't get holidays on Indian holidays like Dashera Diwali. There's nothing called Dashera Diwali or Indian holidays in Indian call centers. There is never there. It is never there, and it would never will be there as well in the near future as well. When you get down to technical support role starts at 1,20,000. You get experience for a year. You switch. You get a salary of 2,40,000. You get another experience for a year. You switch, 3,60,000, 4,80,000, and it gets stuck at around 6 lakhs. That's the top notch salary as an advisor or as a customer care executive. No, there is no fixed week offs. The shifts are rotational, 24/7. They work throughout the year. No public holidays, no government holidays, nothing. There are call centers who can give you consecutive week offs. There are call centers who give you split week offs, but there is only one shift. For US, the shift mainly starts at around 4 or 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time and goes up to like 8 hours. You can do your own maths. In morning shifts, there are very less advisors because the call flow is less. So, very rarely you would get morning shifts. I have been employed into the gaming industry as well. So, that was one of my best experiences. I worked with one of the major game service providers. Like it's a gaming company basically. They have all sorts of games, like starting for from kids from kids. They have games for kids like 8 to 10 years old to you know games like uh you know okay, I'll give you one example. So the people play games like Battlefield. So I was quite one of their customer service executives. You know who made Battlefield? So I used to work as one of their customer service executives. I used to take calls and chats for people facing issues with their games on consoles, on PCs, for Battlefield, for for FIFA and everything. So I was employed at that particular organization for some point of time, and that was one of the best experiences. So again, salary for those kind of technical support executives is also anywhere between, you know 4 lakh 20,000 to 5 lakhs. So you can do your own maths. So it's very important. You have to select your industry. If you're getting into healthcare, the starting salary would be somewhere around 3 lakh 60,000, and it goes to somewhere around 8 to 9 lakhs. Incentives are there, yearly retention bonuses are there. There are a lot of perks. Again, you would enjoy government holidays as well, in their respective countries. If it is a US process, you would get government holidays for US. If it is a UK process, you would get government holidays for UK. So this is pretty much all about it. Again, the English that you would need to have a knowledge of would be, if it is like me, it's good, you would get selected. If it is beyond the way that I speak, if your standards are better than mine in English, then of course you would get selected. And if it is slightly less, then still you would get selected. BPO industry, if it's better to join a service based company rather a product based company, because with service based company you have your job security. So let's say you did get hired for a process and your performance is not good, they kept you for 6 months and your performance is not good, they would not fire you. They would just, remove you from that particular process and move you to a different particular process. But when you join a product based company, for example, Amazon or Amex, so, or Barclays, if you are not performing as an advisor, then they do not have an option, because they do not have any more departments where they can shift you. So they simply fire you. You have to look for another job. They do have different departments, but then again they have specific rules for you. They cannot move you because you are a customer service executive. You can do a job of customer service executive. They cannot pull you out of customer service and put you into collections. They cannot do that. Yeah, if there are email and chat support processes, they might put you in, but then again it differs. For service based companies, they have huge processes. They have many clients, many processes. If you're not performing in one process, they would not fire you, they would move you to a different process. If you're not performing good there, they would move you to the third process. That keeps on happening until and unless they decide that, yeah, इस बंदे से कुछ नहीं होने वाला, इसको भगाओ यहाँ से, इससे कुछ नहीं होने वाला. So that does happens in product based companies. Job security is A1 in product based companies. There are situations like the pandemic which no one is immune to. You might have lost a job, and I feel sorry for you. But then again, if you have a BPO experience, no matter if you're 40 years old, you would still end up a job at an MNC like Tech Mahindra or Wipro or TCS maybe. So that's pretty much all about call centers. Challenges in a call center is it's a monotonous job. Every day you would have to do the same job over and over and over again till you get promoted to a QA or a TL, and so on, so on, so on. So it's a monotonous job. It's not everyone's cup of tea. uh, it's a stressful job. You would get bored at one point of time. Again, but then you have to keep yourself motivated, find courage. So at the end of the day, what matters is you are getting 50,000 on the first or the 30th of the month. So that's what keeps you going. You have to, feed your family, you have to take care of your loans, you have to study. There are responsibilities. You have girlfriend. People who do not have girlfriend, they spend on their self. There are travelers. So yeah. um if you ask me about the life in a call center, I find it pretty amazing. I find it cool. There are stoneheads. There are yes, people are stoneheads. There are people who prefer smoking pot. uh, Marriage, गांजा है. देसी भाषा में गांजा ही कहते हैं. The reason I asked, I do not smoke ganja, but then again there are people who do smoke ganja, most of them. The reason being is because of this monotonous nature. So there would be like hundreds of call people speaking to you with different moods, with different tone. And at one point of time, if you are a newbie, obviously you would start crying because of the stress, because people are screaming, unknown people calling you and screaming over the phone. So you would be stressed out. But then again, the same dude, after a year, there would be a customer screaming on the phone and he would be literally putting the call on mute and would be laughing out loud. Because customer service executives, they do not care, they do not have feelings, they are sarcastic, 24/7 365 days. ऐसा कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है जिनके पास उनका आंसर नहीं है, वो भी सार्काज्म के साथ आपको आंसर देंगे. सो दैट्स वन ऑफ द फैसिनेटिंग थिंग्स. अगर आप एक कस्टमर सर्विस एग्जीक्यूटिव की जॉब करते हो, you would get to know how to talk to people, how to shut them up, how to hold your ground, how to, you know, how to take control over a call, how to be a good orator, how to, you know, play with the emotions of a people over the call without seeing them. Okay. And also the first thing that you would learn is to lie. Yeah, that's what people do. If you are honest, you wouldn't survive. You have to lie to people over the call. Everyone does that. Without lying to people, you cannot be a very good performer, to be very honest with you. So 16 minute हो चुके हैं. I'll be making a second video where I'll tell you what happens on a call, what are the details, and what exactly happens when you call a call, when you call a customer service executive. What happens, why your issues when you call a customer support guy, your issues never get resolved. What are the challenges that customer service executive face, and what are the challenges a customer faces. So that's pretty much it about it. That's pretty much it for now. So let me know how you like this video. We will continue on the next video here. So till then, bye bye guys.